Is this,
We found it in our marriage as well as marriage coaches and trainers that there are a couple things in our marriage that if not met or not known, really, really can affect our marriage or the marriages we work with very, very negatively. And there are two of them that we've identified, and the one we're going to talk about is this thing of needs.
hmm.
So, Lynn, so how would you define needs?
Needs are something that if they're not met in your life, either in your marriage or relationships that you have, you really aren't a happy camper.
Yeah, so I need,
There's things like we call them Maslow's needs that they're more general, like, I mean, they're important, the shelter and, but this
food and
food,
yeah,
right. But this is
protection.
more emotional
Yeah,
need
yeah,
is what we're talking about.
yeah, yeah. And they're just as important
Yeah.
as any other need. Now, I have a need for an ice cream sundae right now, a hot fudge sundae, in fact.
And that's more of a want
Yeah,
than a
well,
need.
that may be your want, but that's my need. I'm just kidding. But you can see that's not a need. Just like Lynn said, that's a want. Needs are things that, when identified, they tend to remain pretty much the same. And when you identify, we have an assessment that we do, that Lynn and I do we reassess ourselves pretty much every 3 to 6 months of our needs. And what we found, and this is true of couples we work with as well, when you look at the top 5 needs that people have, they're pretty much the same. They may change in order of priority. So this need may arise and say, this is not being met right now. I really need to focus on that for this time period until I work that out. But pretty much the top 5 needs we found are, they're the same top 5 every time we look at them. Well, what's an example of some needs? So what would be some example of needs that we would identify that would fit in this category?
You mean the need I might have this week or something?
Yeah, yeah, it's usually more than this week, but
Yeah,
because,
in a general sense.
yeah,
Well, for me, the need to be needed,
okay, okay. And what is the need to be needed for you?
and that might change, to next week, I might not have that as such a strong sense of need. Just the need of, I need to connect with people deeply. It's who I am. And if I haven't had a chance to talk to someone or just connect that way, and to feel needed by them,
Hmm.
missed by them, I guess you'd call it, then it really affects me.
Yeah, you know something's missing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something's missing.
So my need is for the president. For the president, I might add that most needs that are unmet take a while to work out and to be met. It's usually not something that changes every week. Can, but not generally speaking. But my need, that has been this need that I'm working on right now to be met, is the need for recognition. Man,
Mm.
and I mean, even when I say that, I think to myself, oh my word, what a self-centered bugger.
Well, like
Uh,
needed sounds like needy,
yeah,
and that's
I
not what
need
it
it.
is.
I'm needy, I'm needy. But I need this.
Right.
So recognition, specifically what that is for me is I really need feedback on the things that I do. And I do that, and they could be negative feedback or positive feedback. I love positive feedback, but feedback is important to me. I'm teaching a class right now, a Bible class at our church with young adults, and they I realize that pretty much not every week, it's a weekly class, but every once in a while and probably every couple weeks, I need some feedback about was this
Mm.
illustration effective? How did the point get across? Occasionally, not often, I'll contact my pastor to get some feedback, although he often offers it. He's very encouraging.
And then this past week, a visitor who we've just been getting to know turned to me and made a comment that, wow, that illustration that Phil did, I think I remember that for a long time, and it all tied together and it ended up connecting the beginning of the, it was a really good feedback, which I shared with you.
Yeah,
later.
yeah, which was helpful to me
Mm.
because I had so much doubt about the illustration,
Yeah.
and I won't go into that. But anyways, so other needs can be. So we have the assessment we use with couples and that we use in ourselves for assessing our top 5 needs, for instance, or top need for the in the particular time we're looking at it, includes 20. It identifies 20 needs. So I'll mention a few of them. Communication. Now, communication to one person may be different than communication to another. Communication to one person might mean I need to be communicated with on a regular basis, or it might be I need to communicate better because I'm feeling like I'm communicating poorly, I'm not listening well. Um, Another one is freedom. Freedom as a you might and you could look at any one of these 20 needs and say they're all they could all apply to each one of us, but they may not resonate. They're just usually a handful that will resonate at a certain time, and usually one that surfaces at the top. So freedom, for instance, means a lot of things to a lot of people. I don't have a need for freedom in any way. I'm not identified that ever in my top 5, but that could be something for you that might be really, really important. So when we go through this assessment and we ask and the person's top 5 needs are identified, we take them through 3 questions that seem to be very important in not only helping them identify the specific need, but how that need can be met, and how, as a couple, we can support each other to do that. There are 3 questions we ask. And so I'm going to ask Lynn. She's working through the need to be needed. And so the first question is usually, so what is that need?
Which is need to be needed.
Yeah. And then second question is, so what does that look like to be needed?
For me, it looks like connecting with someone that I care about, who cares about me. And if I haven't heard from them, that I reach out to them.
Mhm.
And whether it's a phone call or some kind of a connecting,
Mhm.
video call, whatever.
Mhm. Is there an interval of time that it seems to be important for you when how often is that need?
Once a week. at
Once a week
least.
is okay. And then, so that's the second question. The third question is, so, how is there anything that I can do to help you meet that need?
Yeah, I mean, just remind me, did you make time this week? Set the time up for that call
Mhm. Or to get
just
together
remind
with
me.
somebody.
Or to physically get together here
Mhm.
is different than where we were living in the
Mhm.
United States.
Mhm.
But still, to get together with somebody.
Yeah, so those 3
Make that
questions, once again, are what's your need, and how can that need? Second question is, how can that need be specifically met? And as you said, I need to contact somebody or be contacted at least once a week. It could be in person or on call. And then the third question is,
Right.
I'm asking Lynn, how can I help you meet that need?
Support, yeah.
Support you. Notice I'm not taking responsibility for meeting that need, okay? Although I will say this, now I've known this need that Lynn has for a long time, so I might be a little bit more attentive in being, listening to her a little bit more carefully, maybe taking her aside in the day where we would normally be busy and say, hey, what's going on? How can we, or just have some more one-to-one on time. But I'm not taking responsibility for meeting that need. Lynn is, but I'm helping support her. So, if any, so this is the tool of needs. And once again, to ignore the tool of needs, to ignore meeting one another's needs, or our own needs, we do so at the peril of our own self, as well as our marriage. We've noticed that when couples meet one another, help meet one another's needs, remind each other, ask these 3 questions on a regular interval basis, it really, really helps them draw closer and closer together. Well, if any of this that we've talked to today is of interest to you, why don't you connect on to this link, and we'd be happy to set up a call, maybe a discovery call, to basically help you answer some questions either about this specifically, or even to be working with us in marriage or pre-marriage. So we look forward to hearing from you, and stay tuned. There's more to come. Okay.
Make sure not
Are you sure you want to stop? Yes.